Milo, is that you?
There, I think I got it.
Hello, this is Tony Cook, editor of Model Railroad News Magazine, welcoming you to the AML Model Railroad News podcast for May 25th, 2018. General Electric's Dash 9 series sold far and wide to many railroads in the U.S. and Canada. There will be an all-new model available in the future of this popular prototype in 2 scales. Find out about this new offering after our trivia question. The Burlington Northern and Santa Fe merger became official at the end of 1996. A decade before, one of these 2 railroads was in the process of another pairing that went so far as to begin repainting equipment. Was it the BN or Santa Fe back in the mid-1980s that nearly merged with another major western U.S. railroad? And what was the proposed name of the Never Was system? I'll have the answer as well as show news after the news. By the 1990s, General Electric had moved into a position of dominance in the diesel building field. Long held by General Motors Electromotive Division, or EMD, North American railroads turned more and more to GE motive power offerings during the 1980s, and by the 90s, GE was the sales leader. The 1993 introduced Dash 944 CW was a major reason for General Electric's success. Produced until the end of 2004, the Dash 944 CW has been a common sight on trains in North America for more than 25 years. This popular prototype has been offered in many model railroading scales over the years, and coming in the future will be an all-new reproduction in HO as well as N-scale. Intermountain Railway Company is the source for both of these recently announced new Dash 9 models. Intermountain plans to include road-specific details and production phase variations to its shells for the coming HO and N-scale Dash 944 CWs. The particulars of those planned features will include 3- and 4-window cabs, as well as Canadian teardrop window cabs, high headlights between the number boards over the front cab windows or low headlights mounted in the nose, and early or late radiator grills. ESU Loc Sound will do the honors for providing digital command control and sound features for Intermountain's coming Dash 9 models. For HO, you'll find a dual-mode DC-DCC version, as well as models with DCC and sound. The N-scale Dash 9s will come 3 ways. A standard DC release will be accompanied by models with DCC and models with DCC and sound. The first production road names will include BNSF in 4 versions: red and silver Superfleet War Bonnet with BNSF replacing Santa Fe's name on the long hood and the nose, as well as Heritage 1 and Heritage 2 BNSF liveries, and the very latest black and orange scheme with Wedge BNSF logo. The other offerings will include a blue with white stripes BC Rail, Canadian National, Chicago and Northwestern, Norfolk Southern, Santa Fe, and Union Pacific. 4 road numbers are coming for each of the announced road name and/or paint schemes. Visit Intermountain's website for more information. Do you have an answer for the trivia question on whether it was BN or Santa Fe that was well into merger plans in the mid-1980s? It was Santa Fe, and the partner was to be Southern Pacific to create SPSF. The roads began painting equipment into what was dubbed the Kodachrome scheme of red and yellow that reminded many of the familiar colors employed by Kodak on its famous railfan favorite slide film boxes. The U.S. government ultimately said no to the SPSF deal, and it never came to be. Aside from a few temporarily fully lettered SPSF examples, generally the Kodachrome equipment showed only an SF or SP, with space left for the other road's initials to be applied later. A joke made about the painted equipment was that SPSF stood for Shouldn't Paint So Fast. Upcoming events include, on June 23rd and 24th, the East Troy Railfan Weekend in East Troy, Wisconsin. You'll see operating interurban cars, trolleys, streetcars, and more. Enjoy rides on the miniature railroad, as well as speeder rides. Visit easttroyrr.org online for more information. June 23rd is the date for the 27th Annual Tallahassee Model Railroad Show and Sale. This event happens from 9 to 4 at the North Florida Fairgrounds and will include vendors, displays, demonstrations, and operating railroads, as well as activities for the kids. Admission is $6. If you'd like your hobby product included in this podcast, send an email to me at editor@modelrailroadnews.com. In addition to getting the word out via AML's Model Railroad News podcast, you'll be considered for inclusion in White River Productions' monthly hobby magazines, Model Railroad News and Railroad Model Craftsman. Be sure to look for the next edition of the Model Railroad News podcast with me, Tony Cook, editor of Model Railroad News magazine. The 2018 June edition is available now and features American Model's S-Scale Alco RS11 on the cover. Inside you'll see this new 1/64th Alco RS11 diesel model reviewed, along with Atlas's recent HO and N-Scale versions of this 1950s prototype. The June MRN also features an Alco RS11 prototype profile and model survey. Visit shop.whiteriverproductions.com for more information. For more podcast entertainment, a Modeler's Life website is the place to start. You'll find AML at www.amodelerslife.com. That's with one L, not two like Lionel, and don't forget to visit AML's Facebook page.
It's another Lincoln Homer.